let's run you through some of the transfer stories, and let's start with the one that involves Nigerian players. Let's start with the one that involves Ademola Lookman is the subject of a loan bid from Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich want to sign Ademola Lookman with an option to sign him permanently for 50 million euros. This exact amount that Atalanta are looking for at the end of the loan deal. Atalanta are saying no to any loan deal, and Atalanta are saying it's either a straightforward deal or Lookman remains and play for them. Lookman is telling them, let me go. By today, we'll get to see. Lookman have deleted everything about Atalanta from his Instagram page. Then we'll move from that again to Uche Chrysanthus. He's already in London waiting to undergo his medical with Crystal Palace. A move that he wasn't sold out on. But Getafe have to sell him in order to generate funds so that they'll be able to register some new players. He's the only one that can help them generate the 15 million euros that they needed, and he's going for 20 million euros. So he is already in London waiting to put finishing touches to his move. Number 3, Cyril Dessas is on his way to Greece to undergo a medical with Panathinaikos. The same thing too, Tolu Arokodare is also in England to undergo his medical with Wolverhampton Wanderers. Rafael Onyedika is pushing to join Eintracht Frankfurt before the close of the transfer window. He has told Club Brugge he only wants to go to Eintracht Frankfurt. Then the last of them all is Samuel Chukwueze. He is already in London waiting for AC Milan to reach agreement with Fulham on his loan deal. So all these 6 players will arrive the camp of the Super Eagles late because they are expected to conclude their move before traveling down to Nigeria. That's 6. Now, let's go to other breaking news. You guys are surprised how I am dropping all this. Yan Wissa to Newcastle United. I expect it to happen today. From Brentford. Yes, after the move by Isak, I expect it to happen today. Then also, Isak to Liverpool is as good as done.
Yeah, because we had the reports of the agreement last night.
Yes.
The sources of the agreement. For me, the problem is why waste a lot of time if you know at the end of the day you are going to sell. There is no point. If you are going to sell it,
no, they did. They tried everything, and then they were able to squeeze 130 million. So in one summer, Liverpool have smashed the British record on 2 signings. Yeah. Nobody's calling out Florian Wirtz, but you're all calling out Gyökeres. Ironically, because his team are winning.
But the expectation, yeah, Liverpool, I understand, people will expect them to win the league. But Arsenal have got more far than this part of the world. People are more focused on Arsenal than on Liverpool. And that is why people are calling out Victor Gyökeres. And after what happened, he rejected Manchester United. He said he's not going to move to a club that is not in the Champions League. And you don't expect Manchester United fans to allow him rest. Nobody's allowing Benjamin Sesko to rest right now. People are talking about it. So that is, it is a 50-50. Like, it is a 50-50 for every side.
And it looks like Emiliano Martinez to Man United is happening.
Yeah, it is happening. Because yesterday Manchester United contacted...
and then he was left out of the squad. And then when Unai Emery was asked, who is your first choice? He mentioned that guy name. Yes. Who is what is the problem with Emiliano Martinez? He mentioned that guy name. Are you going to assure us that Martinez will be? He mentioned, I can't even remember the goalkeeper's name now. He mentioned his name like 3 times.
Yes, he mentioned it
3 times.
The conference before the game.
That's the only name he mentioned like 3 straight times. So he's clearly telling you guys that Emiliano Martinez is on his way out. Emiliano Martinez has already told, what is their name again?
Aston Villa.
Aston Villa.
Yeah, I think yesterday got reports that he has told Aston Villa that he has agreed to with Manchester United. And right now, Manchester United are trying to use Martinez as a backup plan for Saint-Lemens from Royal Antwerp. If it doesn't happen, that is when they are going to sign Emiliano Martinez from Aston Villa. And Villa right now have contacted Royal Antwerp for the services of Saint-Lemens.
Yeah.
Martinez joins Manchester United. So I think right now it is a game of who blinks first. But Manchester United need to sit down and look at this thing critically. Who is the best goalkeeper between them?
I think for the state that United are in right now, it's better they get a proven Premier League goalkeeper.
My problem with Martinez is when you look at the errors he made last season that cost Aston Villa, you understand why Villa want to let him go. Why bring a goalkeeper that has got this amount of errors from last season that you have?
But he was still the best goalkeeper in the world last season.
Last season?
He won the award now. Who won the best goalkeeper in the World Trophy?
Those awards are big. Sometimes they don't matter. They don't matter. I think he's sitting on that reputation of what he has been doing in international tournaments for Argentina. That is why he's winning all of this. And sometimes these, awards, they are very reliant on this kind of reputation. People, the only thing they remember, they will not watch you in the league. They will not watch you in the Champions League. The only thing they remember is your last contribution in the biggest, international tournament. That is why they vote you. And I think I will not be surprised this season if I see him winning one of these awards soon. That would not be surprising. But when you critically sit down and look at all of these things, you look at the amount of errors, the number of games that Martinez has cost Aston Villa last season, I think there is no point Manchester United even signing him if they have Andre Onana kept at the club. They should make sure that they sign Selemans. Selemans, they're asking for 25 million euros. I understand right now that the window, we are on the stretch. The window is almost over. We have less than 10 to 12 hours before the window closes. So Manchester United might panic and then sign the option they have at hand. Because I know it will be an easy deal. Because even Aston Villa don't want to keep Martinez at the club. Right?
He already waved the fans already at the end of last season.
And it's not like Roll Antwerp are pushing for this guy to go, sell Nemes to go. So maybe Manchester United are looking at it from that way. That is why they are going for Emiliano Martinez. Well,
all right. So I'm still talking about transfers as well. Liverpool going for Alexander Isak. I saw why they had to go for Isak yesterday. I saw why. Because when Hugo Ekitike was about to be subbed off, there was nobody on the bench that is a striker.
Well, who is going to sit on the bench between the two of them now?
It's a headache for the coach to have, not for me and you.
A good headache, of course.
A good headache, of course.
A good headache. But both of them will demand for playing time.
It is a good headache to have.
Yes.
It's better for you to have those two. In fact, that's the top tier team.
Yes.
But you know what? In so doing, Liverpool have spent 30% more than what Man City have ever spent in one transfer window.
30% more than
yes, in one transfer window. Liverpool have spent half of the money Arteta have spent in 8 years in one window. And that's why somebody was saying they have to win the treble. Yeah, and I was just laughing because it was what we said in the studio. I was listening to Talksport on Friday. I was listening to Talksport yesterday and they said he has to win the treble.
Yeah, he has to. Why do that there is lack of balance?
There's a lack of balance because they will still go ahead with the deal for Maguire. Yeah, their first bid was for 35 without add-ons. Crystal Palace won 35 plus 5 in add-ons.
But they will sign him at the end of the day.
They will sign him
at the end of the window. They will sign him. That's why I said there is lack of. But when you look at their signings this season, they have been more focused on attacking positions. Hugo Ekitike coming in, Florian Wirtz is coming in too, and then you have Alexander Isak in the final day of the window. It has been a very big window for Liverpool, a window of statements. They have responded to every single club that have signed players in this window, not only in England but in Europe completely. In Europe completely, they have responded to everything that anyone has done. So the expectation is going to be very big. Like I said on Friday after the Champions League draws, you expect them to put in the same kind of performance that they did last season in the league phase and then do better, go into the latter stages, fight for the competition. I think that is what is going to be the biggest challenge for Arne Slot this season. The league, they just need to continue the way they started because they have won 3 games already.
They have won 3 games on the bounce, man. That's a tremendous start, man.
Yes, speaking of 9 points,
that's how champions do.
Yeah, that is how champions do. The
yes,
with 9 points. After all the chaos in all of the games, after all the struggles, but I expect them after the international break to find a little bit more of balance. They have got a midfielder right now playing at right back who has done quite a very good job, and even in midfield he's going to help when he crosses back.
Yes.
He's going to help so much with his legs, the running, and then the shooting power, which we are beginning to know more of right now because of what happened yesterday. So all of this we expect them to happen after the international break, but they need a little bit more of balance, especially defensively. They need players that can help them defensively to make sure that they shut down opponents that are going to try to score goals against them. In the first 2 games, or in the first 3 games, I've already fallen in love with Hugo Ekitike. I've seen what he can do. He's bringing new dimensions into, Liverpool's play because he's a player that Liverpool have never had a kind of who can score goals, who can create, and who can, bring his teammates into play because he's the proper modern day striker that you love to have in your team. That is Hugo Ekitike. Look at the kind of goals he scored. From the first game against Crystal Palace, the give and go they had between him and Florian Wirtz, and then the turn and the shoot. And even in the game against Newcastle United, look at the assist he set up for Cody Gakpo. Yeah. The former striker, Darwin Núñez, and Diego Jota, none of them will have that kind of.
Jota, may you so rest in peace. Don't go
so
there.
Let me focus on Darwin Núñez.
Yes.
Yeah, we don't expect him to have that kind of intelligence to bring himself out, create your opportunity for a swinger to come in and score that goal. He collected the ball. placing himself in the position that Cody Gakpo should have been, and then they pass it here for Cody Gakpo to pick up his position and then score. That is the new dimension that Liverpool have got in attack. But Alexander Isak is next level in all of this. All right, so
we'll wait and see how the transfer market will pan out this morning. About the transfer deadline days today, we'll wait and see some of the late move we're expecting. Sadiq Umar is expected to join Valencia.
Yeah, expected. I was even
he's expected to join Valencia before the transfer window closes. And which other Nigerian player do I know about that is expected to be on the move? You get to find out tomorrow morning. I have spoken about him. We'll get to find out tomorrow morning when they move, if indeed they move. See you guys tomorrow. And